Hey there everybody, redxparasite here, and welcome back to Let's Play Metroid Prime 2. In the last episode, we got the Nova Beam, we explored the Phazon Quarry, or the Phazon Mine, here on the Pirate Homeworld, and in this episode we're going to be finishing up our exploration of... Nope. The research facility here. Now, we have some pirates, but now that we have now that we have a Nova Beam, we can see our increasing firepower a little bit. You know, dispatching things more quickly. In addition, let's see. There we go. I was about to say I would like some commandos to spawn in so we could show them our new strategy that we can use against them. So, if you use the X-ray visor, you can target their weak point in their head. Now that we have the Nova Beam, we can go through the phasite plane that's on their head and take them out very quickly. So they are going to be much less of a nuisance to us now that we can use that combo on them. So let's see. Okay, I think for now, I'm just gonna head for the area that we haven't explored yet. Well, I don't know. I came up with an order that I typically do like 100% for this in, and kind of messed up that order, so just kind of ad-libbing it now. But make it work. Let's see. Okay, I think I already have the scan for these guys. Yep, buffer mine. Okay. So there's a missile expansion at the top of this. And it's a good thing that we're invincible during screw attacks, because otherwise, that might hurt. Oh, it's a ship missile, actually. Excuse me. So this actually functions kind of like the Zebatites in Metroid Zero Mission, or the original Metroid, Super Metroid, in which if you do not keep hitting it with missiles, it will come back and haunt you. No, I'm kidding. It just regenerates over time. So let's see. We actually, I'm going to clean up everything in this area, of course. Friggin' tripwires everywhere. Let's actually head back to this room, because there is an expansion off on the side that we can get that we couldn't before. Oh, great. I chose poorly the order to do this. Now we have more power stealing. Oh, we did. Oh, there you are. You know what? Okay, fine. You're going into hyper mode. I'll go into hyper mode. Okay, so in order to get that missile expansion, we're going to need to get back into that system of morph ball tunnels, which we need to go over here to do. Anytime you want to open door. Alright, so the area that we want to head to, actually we can shortcut this with the spider ball, which is nice. It's actually just right here, so another ship missile actually. Just be careful with jumping across those platforms. Obviously if you fall down you'll need to make your way back up, so that can be a nuisance. Not too big of a nuisance, but is a little inconvenient. So, alright. Grab that. We grabbed the one at the top of the next room here. So, now that we have those two done, let's keep moving forward, and I'm going to activate these tripwires again. Because the game is nice. I'm determined to not actually let those spawn in any pirates here. Of course, the Metroids will be back out. Now, the Nova Beam is actually a lot better at dispatching them than the Plasma Beam was. So, even if you don't get the Ice Missile kill, you can still dispatch them actually fairly effectively with just the Nova Beam by itself. Makes your life a little bit easier. Alright. So if we were to go to the left here, we'd be going back to the crane yard. So we're going to head to the right this time because, of course, I fall down. There's some new stuff that we haven't been to before. I think once we get through that area, we'll actually be done with the research facility in its entirety. Since I did a little bit of cleanup earlier than I was kind of expecting to. Alright, so we'll make our way through here. You are just decoration. You're not actually important. Okay, so we haven't actually seen one of these in a while. We're going to need the hyper missile to destroy that. Of course. There we go. Make sure you get both of those. So you don't have to go into hyper mode twice like I did. There's also a lore entry in here that we can get. Taking Valhalla. The vision of our leader is vast indeed. As we prepared for war with the hated Galactic Federation, she decided she required one of their great machines to better control her living planet. We then set out to bring an Aurora unit to Dark Samus. Bribes led us to the location of our prize, the battleship Valhalla. Crewed with green recruits on a training mission, she was ours for the taking. One of the mightiest ships in the cosmos was no match for the Phazon-powered weapons of the Colossus. We rendered Valhalla helpless, then sent raiders to claim our prize. The Aurora was ours. There was to be no mercy for the Federation dogs. At the command of Dark Samus, we jettisoned the crew into the frigid depths of space, leaving the wreck of Valhalla as a warning to the Federation. Let them tremble before our might. Alright, so in this area, this is, I believe it's called Metroid something. Metroid Crush. We have some spinners, and there's a wall jump surface over there, but it's currently blocked. So we're going to need to actually activate these in order to make that available to us. These are actually kind of an interesting thing here, because we've seen spinners before, but these ones actually kind of blow us up into morph ball slots on the ceiling. So it's a bit different. Now, there's a mini boss in this area, which, if you come here before getting the Nova Beam, is fairly challenging. So this is a Metroid hatcher. When the head's interior is damaged, its tentacles can be ripped off. Mutation has robbed the Metroid hatcher of its ability to phase, but has provided it with a hardened outer shell, which has identical attributes as Phase-Light. This shell protects the creature's heart located at the core of its head. The hatcher's tentacles are quite dangerous and can leech energy from any targets they connect to. However, the tentacles are also the creature's weak point. If all of its tentacles are ripped from its body, it will perish. As such, it will attempt to recover energy by retracting them into its shell when they take damage. while the Hatcher's tentacles are retracted, it is unable to attack, relying on the phase-on Metroids it spawns from its mouth for protection. If the interior of the creature is hit while its mouth is open, it loses its strength. The Hatcher's tentacles can be ripped off if they are pulled at this time. So the way that you traditionally fight it is by firing at its tentacles below it until they retract into its body. Try to charge at you. Damage. Once you do that, it will get into a state of stun periodically where you can shoot its mouth, and then you can pull off one of the tentacles. Now, you can see it has only three tentacles now. So the way that you'd finish the fight is by doing the same thing, so rinsing, repeating, taking care of its tentacles, then stunning its head while its mouth is open, and then ripping one of them off. Do that 4 times, you'll win the fight. Now, since we have the X-ray visor and the Nova beam, we can just kill it instantly. So if you hold off on going to this area until you get the Nova beam, then this fight is not really that much of a fight. I did want to explain how to fight it if you don't have the Nova beam, because you can actually fight 2 of them without it, but it's honestly easier if you just wait. So I did fight it, semi-normally, at least for the first phase, just to show off how you actually beat it if you don't use that really easy strategy. So we can get to a bomb slot, which will let us go forward here, but there is an energy tank in this room, so we're going to need to shoot ourselves back up into the ceiling here in order to be able to get to that. So we can skip this cutscene now that we've seen it once. And we actually have one of the... there aren't as many really long kind of spider ball sections in this game as there were in prior games. I mean, I'm not saying there aren't any, but they typically aren't... Oop, got a little confused on my control stick direction there. But they're not usually as intricate as they were in the previous Prime games. As you can see, that's all there was to this one. And we'll be on our way. So this will take us back to the command center. I don't remember exactly where it spits us out. I think it's actually right near where the objective that we want to go to is. So that is definitely a nice thing for us. And there's actually a save point here as well, in case you want to hit that up. So it's just right behind me here. Of course, if you need to replenish your energy, it will also do that. Main reason I'm doing it is just so we can get, a look at the suit. But now that we've done that, we can head to the command center and take care of that shield that Admiral Dane told us about that's preventing the Federation from launching their assault. And I don't think we've seen this particular train before, so we can't skip that cutscene. Now I get to wait for the game to load. So there is, you can see the tracks are energized, which, most subway rails work like that. But interesting to see the, sparks flying off of it even before the train, gets to that area. It's generally not a good thing to see. It means that there's power shorting off the track somewhere. So yeah, actually, we haven't been to this specific area, but it's the second level of this lift hub here. So if we activate the morph ball slot, it will turn this around. We can kind of do that. So now we want to head to the command center, which we want to head back. Actually, we want to go to the third level or the second level. Always get these confused. Head through this room, because this will actually take us right there. Instead of going through that long, convoluted maze of morph ball tunnels, just save ourselves the hassle. So there is a phase-light wall here that the pirates put up a long time ago that we can finally get through. Not that it really would have mattered, because right behind that is a Nova Beam door, so it's a bit superfluous, because we would have needed the Nova Beam to get through it anyways, but I guess they're double checking to make sure that you have the X-ray visor, even though I'm pretty sure it's actually required. Okay, so that's the Assault Shield Trooper, yeah. Also, one thing that I don't think I've really done much since we haven't seen the Shield Troopers a lot is you can actually drain energy from them using the grapple voltage. So I did it a bit there, but if you're trying to rip off their shield, just hold back on the control stick and you'll be able to siphon some energy while you're, pulling it off. So in order to lower the shield, we're going to need to climb to the top of the room here. There's a morph ball bomb spot that we need to activate at the top. Let's see. Oh, there's another trooper. He's kind of confused, actually. So yeah, here I can drain some energy from him. See the example? Oh, went out of hyper mode right when I went into it. Okay. Just make our way to the top. I think there shouldn't be any more resistance until we get there. Okay. Oh, sorry, it wasn't a bomb slot that we need to activate first. It's something else. Getting my order confused a little. Okay, this one, I think is the one rare situation where you have one of these panels. Oh, or not. I could have sworn there's something that, there's a panel that you need to activate that you don't use the X-ray visor for, and actually using the X-ray visor prevents you from being able to see the symbols on the panel. So I could have sworn that happens at least somewhere. But in order to take down the shield, we're going to need to destroy some of the cores there behind the phase-light plating. And, of course, we're not going to be able to do so without some resistance. They're pirate commandos, luckily for us. We know their weakness. So, you will get a credit for defeating 20 of them, which really shouldn't be a problem. You should encounter at least 20 of them throughout the main game. So you still can target their weakness even if one of them is in hyper mode and blocking out your visor. It's still possible to lock onto them. You just need to be able to find where they are, and then once you lock on, you can still do that. So you may need to do what I did there and get out of the visor for a moment to actually locate them. Then you can just go back in and then part of their weakness. Okay, so let's see. I missed the middle one. Somewhere around here. There you are. So I need to locate it. So that's the bottom one. You said nope. Okay, that is the one that I didn't hit. I guess those rings in the middle are just out of order. I'm pretty sure I did it top to bottom. It doesn't really matter. Okay, let's take care of those guys, and we'll make our way back up. I mean, what you can do is just fall down and then get them on the way up if you want to, but you will kind of have to traverse both directions regardless. So I believe the pirate commandos will keep spawning in until you activate this bomb slot. So if you want some easy pirate commando kills, say to get that front voucher there, you can certainly just kind of wait a bit. But that will take care of the shield. See, the Federation has launched their assault now. You do get a gold credit for doing that. And we should be receiving communications from Admiral Dane any second now.
Outstanding job, Samus. I knew the Federation could count on you.
I didn't actually intentionally plan that to happen. I knew it was going to happen soon, but good timing on the game's part.
I've given the order to begin the invasion. I'm headed down there with the troops. Meet me at these coordinates.
Alright, so our next objective is going to be meeting Admiral Dane. And it's actually where we went to the quarry the first time, so it's right here. But instead of doing that, we are actually going to do the rest of the item pickup now. So that's what we're going to be taking care of at this point, because that is not the last thing that you have to do here on the Pirate Homeworld, because there is still the seed after that, but we're pretty much at the end of the area, at least plot-wise, so figured this would be a good time to do the rest of the item pickup so that we can have it all done and kind of finish the game off with the main story progression. So what I'm going to do is we're going to start off and we're just kind of go in the normal game order. We could technically do things in any order that we want, but I am going to start with Norian, and then we'll go to Brio, then Alicia, and then finally the GFS Valhalla, and then if there's anything left that we haven't gotten here on the Pirate Homeworld yet, we will do that last. So once we land on Norian, I think I will end out this episode. It's probably getting up there in length. But yeah, we're closing in on the last bits of the game. I'm not sure exactly how long the item pickup is going to take in terms of episodes, length of episodes. I'm guessing it's probably going to be 2-ish. We are now at 72% of the items, so that leaves us about 28. No, it's precisely 28 left to pick up, but obviously it'll go pretty quickly. That's what we're moving around a lot. So, thank you very much for watching this episode of Let's Play Metroid Prime 3. I've been redxparasite, signing out.